All right, man, we back. Motor City Sports Talk in the building. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Let's talk some more about some Detroit Lions. If you missed the last video, we talked about Kenny Galladay not making the NFL top 100 and no Lions making it. Only Lion that made it is not with the Philadelphia Eagles, Darius Slay. But right now, we back on a positive note. Amani Oruwariye has made the top 25, well, ESPN's top 25 list for prospect breakout stars. So let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. He comes in at number 18. Also, some guys you might know in there. David Long from the University of Michigan. Chase Winovich, who I love that Michigan. I was hoping the Lions drafted him. He reminded me of like a Vanden Bosch type that just had that motor. And he went to New England, and but he came in at number 18. And I think that might have been a surprise because he was a gem. He didn't have a great combine, but he didn't have a bad one. I think he ran, a 4.4? 6'2", long. I had like a second round, late first round grade on him based on the tape, but one of the things that held him back at Penn State is he only started 1 year, so people are a little bit hesitant, but he an athlete, and he got ball skills that indicate that you would think he started 3 or 4 years at Penn State, and he matches Jeff Okudah. Too long, good press corners, can jam you at the line of scrimmage, and got excellent ball skills, can attack the ball at his height. Now, I didn't understand if they was gonna get ready to move on from Darius Slay. What I didn't understand was why did they spend much money on Desmond Trufant? Now, the writer that wrote this, and I put the articles in Detroit News or the Free Press, I'll put it in the description if I remember. But the guy that wrote this article said the same thing I've been saying. Desmond Trufant ain't been shit since 2016. You know what I'm saying? He gave up 10 yards a catch in Atlanta last year, and he played with a good front seven, well, a better front seven and scheme than we had with Tack McKinley and Vic Beasley. I think Tack ended up getting injured. I can't remember where Vic Beasley ended up going. I was hoping the Lions kind of kicked the tires on him. But, he is a press man corner, but he been garbage ever since he suffered that injury like years ago. And he be giving up a lot. And people talking about Pro Football Focus is for fantasy football. This is it. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, like I said, I would have went with Drake Kirkpatrick. I would have went with Darquez Dennard or somebody of that nature. But you know what? You don't want to go with a Darquez Dennard because he's still kind of young out of Michigan State. And, he started balling, and then you get, you ready to put Amani in. I think Trufant was selected because he was going to bridge Amani to the starting role. And I think, if Amani body can hold up, he going to be a dog, man. I seen it towards the end of the last year. When people said for Will Harris it clicked in the last game, the last, couple games that Amani played in, it clicked. And you see the length and the ball skills. And we went through a stretch. We went through a stretch with cornerbacks, and I don't know how long people been Lions fans, but we had Aaron Bentley, Bill Bentley, Alex Carter. Somebody had notified me that he had a YouTube channel. We had these other corners. They just refused to turn their head and play the ball. I swear to God. Chris Houston, you know what I'm saying? And Dre Bly, he was kind of the last one. Him and Houston was the ones. Well, Dre Bly was the last one. He came from the Rams just like we did Isaac Hakeem and the Forgotten Lions. He was the last one that can turn around and play the ball. He was a ball hawk. Before Darius Slay got here, Martin May was a DB in this league, and he just refused to draft the DB early. And, he just thought he can scout DBs late, and we suffered. We had a dope front seven. We just didn't have no DBs, and the problem on us was our DBs can turn and play the ball, and when they turn and play the ball, if the ball hit them right here, they would drop it. I'm telling you, man, go back and watch that New Orleans Saints playoff game. The Lions should have ran away with that playoff game, and Stafford should have had a playoff victory on his resume. But the DBs dropped like 25 picks in that. Aaron Berry legitimately dropped like 10 interceptions that game. I will never forget that game. And, that was just our problem, bro. Our DBs just couldn't turn and play the ball. And now, since Darius Slay was one of the first DBs that could turn and play the ball that we got, turn the leaf, then next to him, Nevin Lawson couldn't turn and play the ball. DJ Hayden, since his injury coming out of Houston, he really couldn't do what he needed to do. Rashad Melvin was solid last year. I wouldn't mind bringing him back on a cheaper deal to save some money. But now you talking about you got two long corners that can turn and play the ball with Amani and with Okudah, and we see Coleman. He can make some plays happen a little bit as well if he can get some help up front. So I expect Amani to break out. I don't know. I don't think Hawkinson was on the list, but I expect him to break out. Straight up and down. I expect him to break out. I'm high on him as long as he's healthy. He don't catch the roll. That's the COVID-19 for slang. I'm high on him. I expect him to just take over. I expect him to be Desmond Trufant at some point. And the writer that wrote the article expect the same thing that I expect. And I just know the way, and this might have been a defensive breakout. It had to. Not that at Hawkinson, but his ability to turn, play the ball, his speed, his length, and still his mind and his body is still young enough where you can mold him how you want. It's the perfect style. It's the perfect system for him. And it's a perfect system for Desmond Trufant to sit there and jam receivers. His issue is that he has mental lapses where he don't give up a 5-yard hitch or, a 5-yard curl, or he don't give a little slant up. No, he giving big shit up down the field. You know what I'm saying? He giving stuff to the upper room. They going to church on him 10 yards to catch. But you ask him to play that with zero coverage behind or limited coverage behind. They ain't just playing man with too deep, man, please. They robbing, they spying. Robbing, you know what I'm saying? Single high, so a lot of times he just going to be asked out like Darius Slay. He's going to be asked, and that's going to be a challenge for Okudah. It's going to be a challenge for Coleman. It's going to be a challenge for Amani. It's going to be a challenge for Trufant, Michael Ford. All them dudes, if Jamal Agnew come back on others, it's hard in this league to cover somebody one-on-one. And people was talking about Darius Slay before I finish up on Amani getting smoked by Keenan Allen. Man, it ain't too many corners in this league who can cover Keenan Allen one-on-one without no help in the slot, on the outside, without doubling them and all that stuff. He is the best route runner in the National Football League. You know what I'm saying? People laugh, and he kept him out the end zone. And the next week, he caught like 20 balls for 300 yards. I forget who they was playing. The next week, and I told people, I said, yeah, I'm right. Keenan Allen is a tough cover, but people won't understand how complex football is. People think everybody Deion, everybody Revis, you shut them down wherever you go. Those Deion and Revis have really good fronts. You put any corner, and you put any corner out there, and you tell them to rush three guys and say one-on-one with no help over the top or limited help over the top. They're gonna in a slot outside. You're gonna get smoked in this league. It ain't no more. I can grab you and I can jam you down the field. No, after 5 yards, I got to get my hands off of you. Now, if you're talking about playing back when Darrell Green was playing, young Champ Bailey was playing, you can just keep going on and on. Where I can jam you, you feel me? I can jam you up the field, and you gotta get your own release, and then you can play that style. But I believe in Oruwariye. Hopefully, I'm saying his name right. I believe in him. I scouted him. I was a guy I want the Lions to get. I had like a second round grade on him. He went like the 5th. I was shocked. So I don't know if it was, I don't think he ran a 4.4. I don't know if it was bad, classroom work, or was the lack of experience on the field at Penn State. But I believe if it's the top 25 breakout defensive players, I believe he gonna break out. He gonna have a lot of opportunity because Desmond Trufant, he ain't shit. I've been saying it. Now if Trufant come in, he played well, and I apologize. He ain't no Marcus Trufant. You feel me? I think that was his cousin, his brother. But I'm excited about Okudah and Amani on the outside. And a lot of people ask me, will Patricia make it past this year? Absolutely yes. Patricia will be here unless they go 0-16. If they have a season, it's an asterisk by the season because of the COVID. Sheila already say she can't make proper evaluations based on what's going on this season. So unless something crucial happen, they go 0-16 or something like that, I'll definitely think he'll be back. So hopefully, old dogs learn new tricks in this situation, because if Matt Patricia don't learn a new trick and don't learn how to send pressure and act like he's sending pressure, then it's gonna be a long road, man. It's gonna be a long season. You gotta send pressure sometimes. You gotta disguise it. Bail out of it. He just don't want to do it. But he got the corners. It's 3 guys I like back there. Amani, Okudah, and Walker. I love them 3. I would have loved to keep Okudah. A Quadre. But I love them 3 in the back end, and just the length, the size, and then if you can bring Will Harris up to speed, and I'll do the safety back training camp either today or tomorrow. If you able to bring that dude up to speed, Will Harris, his 4.4 speed, him and Walker shit, and they can have balance each other out. They can learn to work with each other. He bringing heat. He can hit. So you replace the missile with Quadre Diggs with 2 missiles. Because Harris bringing smoke, and I keep saying Quadre. Walker bringing smoke. So, and they got really good, they can have really good range. And Walker legit can play corner, bro. Go look at some of his film in college. He was out there on the outside playing corner. So, if they can bring Will Harris up to speed, man, they're going to have some scary safeties back there, man, that can really thump. And if they can get Will Harris up to speed and coverage, it's going to be nice. But let me know what you guys think. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Check out our Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you got business question, require response to your video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation, share the video, subscribe, comment, share with my Cash App, PayPal description. One time for the one time. We gone.